What's up YouTube, my name is Rival. Today we're going to be watching the famous Xiao Chao Meng playing Sett versus Riven, a famously high pressure matchup. Known for getting 2000 LP, we're going to be dissecting some of his gameplay to understand his secrets. Let's get it started. He's just under my face cam here if you want to see. I've got this VOD just on YouTube. I'll link it in the chat if you guys want to go back and watch it yourself. Hello. Alright, I'm a Riven one trick. I've played this matchup a million times before. It's odd to me that he starts W here. Actually, I think the most effective start for Sett is Q and E. Hasn't used his W yet. Riven wastes her ward in the lane brush, which is really interesting because she has no TP. So if she makes a mistake, I'll just turn it down a little bit. If she makes a mistake, then she has no mistake compensation by being able to TP back to the lane to recover what's been lost. Riven burns through her pot already. It's interesting to me that he would lose the first three creeps to deny her the first 3 creeps. Backs off because Riven's Q's up. Riven's not running CDR, so Q's on a little bit longer of a cooldown, but hits level 2 first. Riven dodges with E. It's very easy for Riven to get out of Sett's W damage just because of the fact that she has so much mobility and a lot of answer to Sett's kit too. He needs to be careful here, there's nothing up. Riven's spells are coming up. Riven casts the Ignite here. Ooh, this is really nicely played actually. I'm going to just highlight something really quickly here. So if we just jump back, one mechanic you can do with Sett versus Riven, and it's very important for the Sett player to execute, is breaking Riven's 3rd Q animation with Sett's E. So if you stun Riven out of her 3rd Q, she can't get the knock up and the damage off. So you'll see here, right there, Riven starts to do the 3rd Q. You can see how her model raises up in the air. You'll see like a weird spin of her sword too. That sword spin there that you just saw means that Riven doesn't get the 3rd Q off, so her 3rd Q is effectively wasted. She does get the passive stack for it, but no damage or knock up. So he breaks a lot of her damage there, so Riven's literally out of spells. Has no answer. He needs one auto on a W. Riven flashes to cancel the auto. That wouldn't have killed anyway because of her E. And she's saved by the jungler. Echo's coming to answer top though. Let's see if he can get anything to eventuate out of this counter gank. Sett's in a much better spot here though because of his passive. Okay. Riven decides to run it down. Very interesting. I think Echo's got it under control. Sett can probably push to get himself a beneficial wave. Riven has no TP, so it's pretty important that he sets up the wave correctly here. If he pushes into the tower, there'll be a juicy bounce for him to come back to the lane too, and Riven will be exposed to ganks because she has no flash. Perfect. Resets here, surely. Yep. Nicely played. Alright, we're just going to skip ahead a little bit here. Get back to lane. Comes back to lane with no pots and a pickaxe. This is pretty important for Sett to play this correctly from here on out because Riven can play to her health advantage through her refillable pot that she's purchased with the barely any gold that she had, because I'm sure she has like 3 CS at this stage because Sett's been fighting her so much. That's pretty much how you want to trade as Riven in this matchup. Okay, Sett misses E, and he also ruins the bounce by doing that too. It's really interesting to me how crazy aggressive these Chinese super server players play, just fighting non-stop, even if it means ruining their wave state. The wave's still coming back into him pretty heavy. Riven can definitely play to a HP advantage here though. As you can see, he's like getting pretty low, and Riven's still got 2 pots to burn. Goes to the extra Q, 118 damage, lovely. Time to thin out the wave a little bit, I would say. You can't fight her in this big of a wave. Echo's showing top. Riven's still up quite a bit though. What is she doing? Echo's still right there. I think Riven's just dead. She doesn't have the damage to kill Sett. Probably wouldn't use my W there if I was Sett just to protect myself from potentially dying to Riven, but I think they just clean up the kill anyway. Top lane is completely over here. It's really interesting to me that she has a condition to play to, but she just doesn't. That was a really, like, both her deaths so far have been probably pretty avoidable, I would say, so far. But it's crazy to me, like, I'm definitely going to be watching more of this guy. The high pressure gameplay that he exhibits is unreal. I've never seen someone play so aggressively before. Literally both of these champions have been fighting as soon as their spells come off cooldown. Sett's going to set up a nice freeze for himself here. I'm going to assume that he's going to farm a tiny bit more. He's got a pickaxe buy, so he's leaning towards a Gore Drinker, Stride Breaker, or Blade the Rune King buy first. It's very important that when you're in a situation like this where the wave is frozen out the front of your tower, that you base with the correct amount of gold. So in your head, before you even come back to lane, you should have an idea of the item that you want to go towards next, and be thinking about the amount of gold that you want to spend. Or the amount of gold that you want to save up. Riven's starting to get some items. We got a longsword and a cloth. I would say even beats pickaxe, but Sett's also obviously sitting on a lot of gold. If I was him, if I was Sett here, okay, he's going to be playing to level 6. Should have led with his E there. It's unlucky. Riven can deal with pretty much all of Sett's kit if she just leads the trade. If Sett leads with QE, she just eats 2 Q autos for free. Riven's about to get level 6 here. Okay, never mind. The gank came. Alright, Sett gets, so he's going into his mythic item first, purchases the Iron Spike Whip, boots 1, and a refillable. Oh, and also a Ruby Crystal. So it looks like he's going to go into Gore Drinker. Let's just skip ahead out of that death. Pretty unlucky. Just an attribution to how aggressive they are. Doesn't give an absolute shit about the lane state. Just wants to kill her again and again and again. We'll see how this progresses. His ult did go on cooldown. And Riven just got her ult then. She's level 6 now too. We'll see how he looks to push this lead against Riven. She has been making a few little mistakes here, but that's okay. We all do. As I was saying, Riven has everything necessary in her kit to be able to dodge damage from Sett. So if Riven leads the trade with Q auto W E Q Q, she can't get hit by Sett's E because she has the movement speed to get out of it. And also not the movement speed, the mobility with her kit to dodge his W and the E range. So if she stuns first, unless Sett's got Mercs, Unflinching, and Tenacity, she can't get E'd by Sett if she Ws and then EQs away immediately, which is a very famous, like it's a very good trade for Riven to try and get free poke off. Once Sett gets down to about 50% HP, if you're about 70, you can just all in him and it doesn't really matter what you get hit. Sett does need a wave to fight you though. If Sett doesn't have creeps to E, you just win versus him. So as you can see there, he uses Riven's 3rd Q animation lockout that I mentioned earlier to get the free damage off. Make sure the tower crashes, the wave crashes. Riven goes for Phage, which is pretty interesting. I don't think she quite has the damage to kill Sett now because she's gone for Phage cloth armor. I think you definitely need to invest the gold into a pickaxe and straight into your Iron Spike. Iron Spike's also really good when you take it into this rune setup because Sett has, Riven has bone plating and Sett also has bone plating, so she could cast the Iron Spike with active to break the bone plating. It's a really, really nice spike to play into this. Bone plating has a 45-second cooldown. Iron Spike Whip has a 14 to 16, I believe. So it's definitely a worth trade-off to make sure you get a really impactful trade onto the opposing side. He'll break Riven's 3rd Q here with E. No. So it looks like he's just slow stacking the wave. He's obviously conscious of Kha'Zix. Doesn't see him on the map. Echo's starting to move topside into the crab. We'll see how this play eventuates. If his Ignite comes up, I would definitely say Riven's in lethal. She has no more sustain. D-Blade definitely heals her less. It's interesting to me, I've never noticed this. On his HUD just then, I'm just going to rewind it. It must be something to do with like an addition that he has, but it's showing him what to max next or what he should max next because the W is highlighted. That's not a thing, right? See how his like W down here is golden or yellow? That's not a thing. Anyway, pretty sure if Sett plays this correctly. So if he ults her into the wave, ease her, Iron Spike, QQ, Ignite, she'll just die, I'm pretty sure. Because she'll get stunned onto the wave. So he should R here. No, Riven dodges the rest of the trade. Not bad. No spells though. He's staying so healthy. So healthy. They have such a good understanding of their spacing. He plays like at the perfect tier of like aggression but also safety at the same time. It's actually really nice to watch. I would highly encourage anybody wanting to become a good top laner to be watching players like this. They really show you the limits of the champion and what can be achieved with certain champions. I often watch people when I coach them, and I just kind of like ask myself, like, why aren't you doing this? And I also watch my own gameplay. I'm like, why aren't I playing more aggressive here? Alright, we got an all in here. This is risky because Kha'Zix isn't there. Alright. Damn, as you can see, Riven definitely still has kill pressure on Sett here. Sett still has ult. If Riven overcasts her spells here, Sett could definitely kill. Now. Yeah, she's dead. Is E up to? Yep. Riven overplayed there. She used too much of her mobility. Had no spells up. Really good spacing. I've also noticed, I've watched a few other gameplay of Xiao Meng's Aatrox. He uses the spacing on that champion incredibly. Just another testament. Keeps backing away until he's safe to cast spells again. Great kill onto Riven. Let's keep moving it up here. Go back to lane again. So he's got a completed Gore Drinker. It's definitely going to be really, really, really hard for Riven to kill him now. She should have probably Iron Spike Whip or Kindle Gem Phage. Oh, she went for Tabby, okay. Interesting because they have an AP jungler, but I guess it's going to stop her from bleeding the top side anymore because she should be able to just walk out of Sett's trades. As you can see, she can just break it with her W like that. It's definitely pretty easy for Riven to deal with this, but if Sett leads the trade, she can be in a lot of trouble. Gonna look to pressure now. Sett has a massive sustain advantage with the Gore Drinker. Can keep just casting it for the heals. You can see how like high pressure he is, like literally walking under a tower to bait her up or to force her off the wave. Has his Gore Drinker up. It's still highlighting that W, and it definitely doesn't look like it's like really high quality. So I think it's like a some kind of third-party addition or something to the client. I think the Chinese clients also have those camp timers on them as well, as you can see in the bottom right, which is something that I actually would really like to play with. That'd be really nice. Level 10 to level 9, we've got a level advantage here. I think if he gets ganked, he just goes for Kha'Zix, honestly. But Riven does have the Ignite to cut the healing from Gore Drinker, so I would say he's still maybe in, depending on how he plays it, still in kill threat. But Kha'Zix just died, so he's definitely 1v1 versus Riven here. Might even kill. This looks a bit sketchy. Gore Drinker. Yeah, I was gonna say. That W was a little bit wayward. Don't think he quite had to... Like, you're already so far ahead, just letting her into the game. But I mean, I guess that's how they push their lead so high, is just and become better players, you know? He's just continuously pushing their limits and trying to understand what the champion can do at certain times. Riven should come back with probably Iron Spike Whip here, I would say. I don't know if he had a shutdown, I wasn't paying that much attention. He's gone for the second W max. I think that's kind of the way to go. You used to max W on Sett until the nerfs, but now you max Q basically in all matchups. Be interesting to see what he goes next here. It's been pretty popular for Sett to go Death Dance. I think Death Dance is coming heavily into the meta at the moment, especially with the changes that are about to come with the magic resist. I think Death Dance is going to see even more play than it is right now, but Death Dance as an item is just insane to me. I think it offers so much artificial tankiness that just like barely should be a thing. Pushes the wave under Riven's tower, so she's forced to answer the wave. So while she does that, he's not missing any minions in the lane himself, so he goes and takes topside jungle. He's free to take this too. He's got a blue buff. Ooh, clean. Yeah, she got Iron Spike Whip, okay. So Riven's going towards her Gore Drinker as well. Goes and helps Sett out with the gank. She should R Riven here. Good stun. If she goes to Q, I think he'll ult. Nope, sets Zed's W's up, very nice. Playing very conservatively with this his ult of his and his W. Maybe to protect him from Kha'Zix. Graves has no flash. If Graves oversteps here or misplays it incorrectly. See, again on the level 11, he's got the yellow highlight around his ult. I've noticed he plays, from his other gameplay as well, he plays very conservatively with his spells. Oh, clean. This could be a double. Goes up to the minions to break the isolation damage. Keeps walking back. He's got Tabby. He's got his W coming in 1 second with his Gore Drinker. Gore Drinker. Oh, if he W'd there. So close. Was well played until it wasn't. Alright, we'll continue on. Alright, level 11 versus level 11. Sett's going to Death Dance next. As I stated earlier. Definitely a solid buy into... well, they basically all AD. Except for their Zillion. Tabby, Death Dance, Gore Drinker. This Sett is going to be an absolute menace. Riven's still not getting her Gore Drinker yet. Must be very close, I'm assuming. It's very much hurts Riven's build path when she's forced to go boots first. This is a dive. Takes Riven out of... Okay, Echo's W was just insane. I was going to say, Sett's R takes Riven out of Echo's W, but just predicted it perfectly. I guess these players are too cracked. Break the first tower. 19 to 14. This game's actually pretty close, but I think the scaling is much better for the team that Xiao Meng is on because of the all AD composition. He can itemize much better against it. He can even go Thornmail here. I say all AD, obviously they have a Zillion support, but when you have a support champion, they obviously don't have the access to the resources to make their damage. Probably worth building against. Obviously it's going to hurt a little bit, but they're going to be playing more around their carries than actually playing for the comp. He's going to W the wave here. This is pretty common for Setts to do this, is take a lot of tower damage and then they'll W the wave and just one-shot it. It's good for getting a wave reset. Nice little technique. Takes the tower here. Very well played. Death Dance second. Be surprised if he doesn't just base here. Goes to help Echo with Herald. Okay, takes the base. Yeah, this blue timer. If I had this on my map, I'd definitely play around it. My bases and stuff. Seeing that he's got 75 seconds until he can come back. Death Dance. Let's see what he goes into next. Yep, double cloth. So this could be a Thornmail or a Randuin's. Maybe even a Deadman's Plate. I think Deadman's has a really good synergy with Sett. Obviously, Sett can be kited out quite easily, so Deadman's Plate can compensate for the fact that Sett can be kited out. Random ones obviously cut out the crit from Graves and Aphelios. Double shield bow as well. Thornmail would definitely cut the healing as well from all the shield bows we have here, as well as Riven's Gore Drinker, so I think anything would make sense here. I'm gonna say it's Thornmail, but I could be wrong. We'll just see how it goes. Skip ahead a tiny bit. Riven has the mobility to run away from Sett unless she plays aggressively. He's gone a quite defensive build though. He's got his W maxed. He's got his W maxed now, so he's going to be relying on a lot of his W damage to compensate for his quite defensive build. Yeah, this, as you can see, I'm just going to pause it on the scoreboard here. Sett's build right now, I mean, it's pretty obvious to go this kind of build in this scenario, but as you can see, their whole top side is AD and the Zillion AP. Sett is going to be an absolute raid boss, never dying to this. We also have Lethality coming out of Kha'Zix too, so he's going to tickle Sett. Aphelios going into, I don't even know, Serpent's Fang? It goes out of Pickaxe Dirk. My brain's freezing. I don't know. Last Whisper? I can't even remember, dude. Sett continuously pushing his lead by taking all the resources top lane. We have Echo fighting 2 people bot, taking the Gromp. Even this HP thing. Okay, Riven really doesn't want to give Sett the resources there. I like how this Riven uses her third Q to break, she actually uses it forward. Okay. Oh, I want to see how much damage this Sett's W does so badly. Playing Sett into a Zillion, oh man, it is rough. So he plays this W. Ah, sick Ignite, well played. W on the Graves, gonna one-shot him or what? Yeah, he's under half HP.
Chao.
He's so aggressive, man. Nothing up, just runs under their tower. No worries, boss. Why is he so fast, man? I don't move this fast when I play Sett. What is happening? He's got his Q back up again in a second. And Flash. Could play for this. See if Kha'Zix wants to do any funny business. Dude. He's just making it look so easy. He's just literally running around killing these challenger players. He's 8-3. At a very big CS advantage against Riven. Gonna pick up a tasty little 600 gold here. 3 people dead in the base. Gonna be coming out in a second. Clears this wave. Should reset. Has a full Thornmail in base, actually. This really makes me want to play Sett and like understand this champion better. I watch someone masterful like this play it, and it just makes it look like such a strong champion. Then I play him and I just feel lost. I think like being a Riven one-trick puts me into like a lot of bad habits in terms of like playing the game, acting like I play a really high mobility champion, but as Sett you can get picked out pretty easily, and I'm definitely fall victim to that a lot. I'm out of position. I usually feel pretty safe to overextend as Riven because I'm confident in my abilities to escape ganks or anything like that, but I play as Sett and I just don't position correctly because I get kited out really heavily. But it's that again, it's kind of like the self-awareness to understand that that's a mistake you make and to actively try and position better as you progress throughout the game. That's a big Aphelios ult actually. They still win this though. Sett is absolutely massive. I think he just one-shot the Aphelios. If we see here before... I wish that Grave smokescreen wasn't there. If we see Aphelios here chilling at about 2/3 HP, he's dead right there. Okay. Sett taking healing off the enemy team, actually. Gonna lead with ult here. Bah. Oh, he's just not taking damage. W's the Graves here. So close. It feels like he's just permanently has his Q up. I just don't understand. He's just mauling him. Absolutely destroys the enemy team and leads the way for his team to go to victory. Has no issue at all. Basically was like 3-3 and then just ran around the map and killed everybody. Game's over in 22 minutes. Very, very well played. Oh, I don't know about you guys. I learnt a lot. It was really enjoyable to watch. I'm going to link the video below, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave some feedback about what you would like to see in the next upcoming ones. I'm going to make another one on Zookill. Any suggestions you'd like to see on any other top laners that are your favorites, leave them in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.